I've made over $100,000 working as a content creator here in Las Vegas for small businesses. And I really wanted to just share my experience and talk to you guys basically on what gear I use to make this happen. Now, the setup is definitely more than enough to get you started. And you definitely don't need to break the bank like I have. A lot of people out there are making over 6 figures using just their phone. Now, this is what's worked for me, mainly because I wanted to expand my knowledge and my capabilities further than what a phone could do. Now, a little background for those that don't know me. My name is Juan. I am a Las Vegas-based content creator, and I really started making content with my iPhone. Eventually, I graduated to a camera, and yeah, that's pretty much where it kind of took off. My very first real camera was the Sony a7 III back in 2023, and I didn't know how to use that thing at all. Now, I picked this up from Best Buy secondhand after watching a ton of videos on how to use a camera, what the settings are, what an f-stop was. I decided that the best way for me to actually learn how to use it is to apply myself and make videos. So I started making really bad videos on tech and gaming and just things I really just enjoy on a day-to-day basis, and that's how I really started. The Sony a7 III, even with some of its limitation, this camera still holds its own. It's now my backup body and photography go-to. Now, paired alongside my a7 III, I picked up a 24-70mm G Master Mark II. Now, this was a big investment at around $2,200, I believe, but it's been worth every single penny. It offers tremendous versatility, from a wide 24mm for big scenes and a tight 70mm for a sort of a detailed shot. If you're looking to not drop as much money as I have on a lens or a camera, there's definitely other alternatives for you to use, but this is just what I went with through the research that I did back in 2023. And ultimately, again, that's what I used to make over $100,000 a year. Now, the key lesson that I learned from watching hours and hours of videos on what cameras to buy in 2023 was basically that a decent camera body will do just fine as long as you invest in some good glass being the lens itself. So the 24-70mm G Master Mark II had just come out, and I saw the price of the older one, and I just figured there wasn't that much of a price difference at that time. So I just went with a better option, the one that had just come out. A lot of the gear really just holds up throughout time. And for example, I still use my 24-70mm every single day. And I plan on using it as long as I possibly can. So when you're making these investments, you have to think long term. You don't want to buy things just because you want them. You want to invest in the best thing you possibly can at the time, knowing that it'll last you a long time, hopefully. Now, I did upgrade to the FX30 back in November, and it's done wonders for my work. My main camera these days is the FX30, which I'm filming this video right now. And I grabbed in late November of 2024. And honestly, I'm still learning how to use it. I'm still learning about its capabilities and everything it has to offer. 10-bit colors, Cine EI, S-Log 3, a flip out screen, USB-C, and HDMI inputs, and so much more. It is a huge step up from the a7 III, and it's a notable difference every single day when I'm working out on the field. But the price of $1,700, and sometimes even when it's on sale, it's down to at least $1,500, is just incredible value. And I have always said that I'm all for a bang for your buck, and the FX30 definitely delivers bang for your buck. Now let's talk audio, because audio is super important when you're doing freelance work for other people. These people are paying you money to deliver hopefully a great video that they can use to promote their business or their products. Now, for the first half of 2024, I used the DJI mic first generation. I used this for most of the year. Super simple, just plug it in and off you go. And then later around April or May, I upgraded to the DJI mic 2. This is the second iteration of the DJI mic line, and it's phenomenal. I paired it alongside a camera adapter that they also make. You basically just input it into your hot shoe. You cut out the cables entirely, no fuzz, no problems. A lot of the work that I did in early 2024 consisted of run and gunning situations. So being able to just put the adapter into my hot shoe, receiver on it, and it was just plug and go. It made my life so much easier. And it's definitely recommended if you decide to pick up the DJI Mic 2. get the hot shoe adapter. The kit for the DJI Mic 2 includes 2 wireless mics, the receiver, and a carrying case that charges everything. It's a great value and the sound quality is excellent. Let's talk a little bit about stabilization. Now, when you're filming a lot of content, you're gonna be put into a lot of different situations. And each situation will require your footage to be a certain type of way. Now, a lot of people like to run and gun just because the shakiness of the camera creates a lot of dynamic footage, which is just a lot more interesting, more real, more alive, right? But there are certain situations, scenarios where you want buttery smooth footage. Now, this is where the DJI RS4 Pro gimbal comes in. That is a mouthful. And it's been great. It's been phenomenal. I upgraded from the DJI RS3, not the Pro version of it. And the difference is definitely substantial. The price difference is also substantial. It is made out of carbon fiber, so it is lighter. Even though, you got to get those guns out, it's so much lighter for your back and your arms to carry. But on top of that, it has a higher carrying capacity, which means I can put my camera with a cage around it with my 24 to 70 millimeter all in one go on the gimbal, and it still holds it perfectly. There's no shakiness, there's no issues. It can actually hold the weight, and to me, that is fantastic for what I do. This is my everyday setup that really allowed me to push my content to the next level and allowed me to make 6 figures in 1 year. And I never thought that would have been possible. And it's not, obviously it's not just the gear you use. It's also on you, right? Because you got to put yourself out there to make those 6 figures. But without the help of the equipment that I use on a day-to-day, I wouldn't have been able to do that. Now, you certainly do not need to have $7,000 worth of gear. This is stuff that I've bought and gained over time. As I got more jobs, I invested back and I bought more equipment that I now use on a day-to-day basis, right? You start off cheap and you continue to get more expensive as you go, right? I started with my phone. People are bringing in millions of dollars with their iPhones, and really what I recommend anybody who is looking to get into content creation or make this a living for themselves, make videos, and make videos starting with this. And when you feel as though you are limited, or you want to expand your knowledge, or you want to do more that this can no longer offer, that's when you buy the new piece of gear. And to be completely honest, I didn't do that. I was not that good with this. But somehow buying a camera made me sit down and film more, learn more, and that's what really ultimately made me better. Now, there's a lot of other accessories and things that go into filmmaking and being a content creator. So if you're looking for a more in-depth video on those pieces of gear, let me know down in the comments below. I hope you found this helpful in even just one way. Yes, you can make over 6 figures doing content creation. It really is possible, and I always thought it would be possible for me. Just got to get on it, grind, learn, and apply. Now, if you found this video informative, helpful in any sort of way, like the video, subscribe to the channel for more tech and gaming content, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.